I'm going to ask y'all something. Which one do you think is better? Telling somebody not to do something or letting them experience it on their own? I think that both are necessary in the growth and development of a person. And I'm going to give you an example. Now, me as a mother, I tell my children all the time, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. My daughter is very headstrong. She wants to taste everything, touch everything, see everything, know everything, experience everything for herself. Why I sometimes cannot understand why you just can't do what I asked you to do and I already know that it's best for you. I have to understand that she needs to experience this on her own to develop a sense of knowing for herself about it. Now, the problem with telling somebody not to do something is it makes them want to do it. They need that experience on their own in order for them to know not to do it. This is the reason why religion has this effed up sense of control. Because, okay, and I'm going to just use like the religious beliefs that Christians incorporate into living a Christian lifestyle. Okay. I'm not going to even bother with the petty ones. Hello? 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 Yes? What? I'm sorry, you had the wrong number. I should say I got me a stalker. Okay, what was I saying? I'm sorry about that, you guys. I know that it's so rude, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. I'm not going to start with the petty ones, the man-made ones, the ones like you shouldn't dance or you shouldn't gamble or you shouldn't use profanity. Those are like man-made instances that they didn't even get out of the Bible to incorporate in a lifestyle that someone thought would just be a good, positive lifestyle. I'm talking about the ones like, this is the one that kind of gets me. This is the biggest one that gets me of all, that you shouldn't fornicate. You know how many people break this damn rule? And the reason why is it's a biochemical urge that the body gives off. It's not something that you would even be doing purposely or consciously. It's a natural instinct that we have inside of us to procreate. So the reason why they used to let people get married when they were really, really young is because they knew this urge was there and they was like, fuck it, just get married so you can have sex. And now, as people are making decisions that are unwise and becoming children longer, we're saying, okay, wait till you're 18 to get married. At least 18. Sometimes we say, wait till you're 20 or 30. And it's because you need to grow and develop certain wisdom for yourself to be able to choose the right mate, right? But the biochemical urge to procreate is still inside of you. To tell somebody to suppress that urge is not natural. It is actually going to do the opposite. The thing is, if they experience and make their own mistakes and learn from their own mistakes, you can possibly come full circle. There is people that choose to remain pure, undiluted, because when you have sex with somebody, I'm going to tell y'all the reason why this rule was even instituted. When you have sex with somebody, you give them the essence of you. They are close to you. They are receiving your energy. They are transferring their energy to you. And if you do that to too many people, you will get like distorted and confused because you're getting all these different energies from these different people pressed upon your own energy. Not only that, but you're giving your energy. You're spreading it out thin to a lot of people. If people understood the reasons behind the rules, then maybe they wouldn't be so quick to break the rule. I think instead of saying don't do it, we've just always been a society where we say don't do it because I said so. That's what we do with our kids. We never sit down and explain why you shouldn't do it. And, those biochemical urges and those, okay, I'm going to just put it bluntly. When you orgasm and shit, and you releasing these chemicals that are bonding you to that person, and perhaps, you might make the wrong decision based on these chemicals. They say that women have a chemical that we release that causes us to be emotionally bonded to the person that we're with, and men don't have that chemical. Maybe that's another reason why, you shouldn't fornicate. But if you say just don't because I said so, that is not going to work. And as far as like the other one, which is clearly a hot button topic within Christianity, it's homosexuality. And I wouldn't even begin to sit here and think to you and say to you that that's as normal as rain. I don't, in the sense of what naturally was. I'm not saying that. And I really don't think that. And that might be like hypocritical to some that are like, you're homosexual. I do think it's an anomaly. I think that due to the fact that we reincarnate and we come back here so many times as men, as women, that some of us begin to bring certain traits from our past lives into the next life. For instance, this is just a theory. I cannot prove this. This is just a theory I've been thinking about for years. If I was a man in my past life and, I had a great love that was a woman, and then I entered this life and I have this attraction to women, because 9 times out of 10 it happens from an early age, and it happens with the natural process of growth and understanding yourself. For me to say that I'm supposed to suppress this part of me that was naturally there is not, I think it's very dependent on the person. I think that straight people who feel like people shouldn't be gay only saying that because they're straight. What if you were gay? Would you feel like that? And not only that, but people, get used to living their lives so much that you got how many people claiming they're ex-gay that still are talking about, I still have attraction to the opposite sex. And they've never once questioned why God gave them that attraction to the opposite sex. Like you deny that attraction, which is fine, which is cool if that's what you want to do. But who put it there? Who made you? That causes a lot of people that are homosexuals to live their life in pain and suffering and eventually terminate their life because they never got those questions. I think that as people, we should be more tolerant of each other. And like I said, even if it is an anomaly, to me, it's no different than an anomaly of somebody being an albino or somebody having red hair or somebody being left-handed. To me, it's no different an anomaly. Or having black skin. It was something that, was on that person's path when they got here. If they want to deny that for themselves, I'm not saying they shouldn't. If that's what they feel like they need to be doing, then that's not necessarily what they need to be doing. Once I accepted myself and loved myself for who I was, I accepted that part of me and loved that part of me. I feel as natural as somebody else would feel being heterosexual. I was in a restaurant yesterday with my wife and the twins. and there was this couple. It was a bunch of old people in there, and we both got on our rainbow chains. And we got our babies, and I call her Honey and Sweetie and Dear, and she calls me Baby and Precious and Honey. And we operate as a couple, as two parents, as a family. We are so comfortable with ourselves that I forget what people are looking at. I was like, what are the people looking at us for? Oh yeah, we're two women. Like, it's really something else for them to more so be, it's not the norm. People always pick on the minority, though. That's always been the way it is. Not only that, but look at the logic of biblical days on the reasons why Moses gave the laws that he made. If Moses allowed everyone that had those homosexual tendencies to go with their homosexual tendencies, then what if you ended up having a tribe where all the women were lesbians, all the men were homosexuals? Then that tribe would eventually go extinct because you had nobody there to procreate. So perhaps Moses gave that law, which, somebody could say God gave it to Moses. I beg to differ. The law was not part of the 10 Commandments. I beg to differ on a whole lot of that because you don't know. And my spirits say he didn't. But the laws were given within good reason, is my point. The laws were given for good reason. It wasn't like there was not a good reason. Just like, there was decreed that you shouldn't mix your blood with any of the other tribes around you, because that would cause your race to become extinct back in biblical days. People do it now just fine. They have a problem with homosexuality, but they don't have a problem with the intermixing of the tribes, which is, very ironic and very hypocritical. I say to any black person, any white person judging me for being gay, stop looking at other races, stop sleeping with people of another race, stop fornicating, stop doing all that. Well, I hope at the end of the day your experiences, and you're learning from your experiences and you're analyzing your own experiences at the end of the day drive you to become a better person for yourself, not for any book, not for any pastor, not for any preacher, for yourself. Because if you please yourself, you please God. If you appreciate yourself, you appreciate God. If you strive to know yourself better, you will get to know God better. Peace and love, and I'm out.